Against Birmingham City. I'm your commentator for this afternoon's game, Adam Inker. Snow affecting large parts of the country, but we're okay here. Well, the players might not think that initially. Just the 2 degrees here in Manchester. Home side looking for an instant response after tasting defeat last time out to Chelsea. First defeat of the season in the WSL. Come a long way, this Manchester United team, in a short space of time. Expectations are certainly high. That defeat would have hit hard. We're very disappointed with the loss to Emma Hayes' side. Birmingham, meanwhile, played out a 0-0 draw with Brighton last weekend. Blues have been hit really hard with injuries and also COVID recently. So another point taking them to 10 for the season in the table. Extremely valuable. Staying in the WSL, of course, the target. And every point is vital. As far as the teams are concerned here, well, Manchester United give a first start of the season to Martha Harris. And Lauren James, who scored that brilliant curling effort against Chelsea last time out, starts, leading the line here. A new signing, Maria Torres-Tortilla, is on the bench. The Norwegian signing this week from Chelsea comes straight into the squad. Interestingly, Kristen Press is on the bench, and there's no Tobin Heath. She was missing for the Chelsea game. Big loss for Manchester United, carrying an injury. No word from the Manchester United camp if that's why she's not in the squad. Potentially that could be it for Birmingham. Gemma Lawley making her first start of the season, with Molly Green dropping to the bench, and 16-year-old Libby Hart makes the squad for the first time. Well, there were 7 goals in the game the last time these two played back in September. Birmingham actually led in that game 2-1. Couldn't hold on. Katie Zellum pulling things level not long before the half-time whistle, when United ran away with things in the end. 5-2 winners. Clear message coming from the Birmingham camp, though, ahead of this game. We need to frustrate this United team. I'm sure they would have taken some pointers as well from the Chelsea game last weekend. Will be United to get us underway here. Chelsea managed to work their way around the United press on a number of occasions, got the ball to Sam Kerr in good positions. Birmingham will know that in Claudia Walker, they do have that clinical striker that could punish Casey Stoney's side. Just wonder whether or not that loss to Chelsea will have poked the bear. Underway then here, Manchester United against Birmingham at Leigh Sports Village. And United early on looking to settle into what will more than likely be a familiar pattern of play. Jackie Gernon. Martha Harris making her first start of the season. Katie Zellum celebrated her 25th birthday this week and captaining the Manchester United side here this afternoon. This is how we expect Manchester United to play: dominating possession, tight passing, swift passing, looking to open up the gaps in this Birmingham defence. Concentration will be key. Carla Ward said that before the start of this game. Leah Galton been in fine form this season, rediscovering her love for the game. Finding the ball in wide areas. Lauren James back in the side. So impressive when she came on last weekend. Could tell the faith that coach Casey Stoney has in Lauren James. You could hear her screaming from the touchline, give the ball to LJ, give the ball to LJ. Does seem to have a fairly fantastic relationship with most of the players in this squad, and in particular, if you hear the words recently of Leah Galton, had such a positive impact on the winger. Her coach. Some defending to do here for United, but the attack doesn't last long, and Katie Zellum can knock the ball backwards, and United will look to find some space in midfield with Toon, and now Zellum. Zellum has that wonderful range of passing, and she's picked out Galton here. Plenty of red shirts streaming into the penalty area. Lauren James and Gurnan waiting for the delivery. It's good defending by Birmingham. And Leah Galton looks on in disbelief. She's expecting the corner kick there, but the referee has given the goal kick. Anna Hampton on the fringes of the England setup, and with the new coach coming in and in such a high-level game here, it's a big opportunity to impress. Ladd flicks on towards Toon. Holloway under pressure clears away. Well, as I said at the start of this game, Manchester United did struggle last week against Chelsea. Their press, normally so effective, was navigated by Emma Hayes' side. They won't change the way that they play, though. They are continuing to harry this Birmingham side. Harris touching on towards Zellum. Zellum playing that deeper role in midfield. May just need to be shackled by this Birmingham team. There's a thumping challenge between Holloway and Harris. More than anything, it looks as though Mother Harris could be winded here. Not a nice feeling. So far, so good for Birmingham. No real chances of note on goal. Not too much work for Hannah Hampton to do. Had a couple of new faces come into the lineup last week. Ruisha Littlejohn and also Emily Murphy, the young winger. Both short of match practice, but both had the opportunity to gain some minutes last weekend. They'll be eager to make an impression here. Ruisha Littlejohn described it as coming straight in at the deep end. She was carrying an injury, had an Achilles injury. Didn't seem to be causing too many problems for her. Martha Harris will be eager to make an impression here, having only just come into the lineup, but I think she's considering whether or not she can continue. Martha Harris may well be injured, received a yellow card for her troubles. And now with one player less on the field, there's an opportunity for Birmingham to exploit the space. Cross comes in from Holloway, but it goes wide and out for a goal kick. Mary Earps, the former Birmingham player who played with Birmingham in the Champions League, gets her first real touch of the game. Left Birmingham to get some game time. Decision that seems to have worked out very well, in particular working out well for Manchester United, who've benefited from her services. Anabatia, the Spanish international, switching flanks today. So often has been playing on the right-hand side, but with Martha Harris in the team, who is now back on the pitch too. Spanish fullback switches to the left-hand side, and it's good to see Martha Harris here back on the field. Looking for an option. It's good work by Jamie Lee Napier, making things really awkward for Manchester United. Down their right-hand side. Claudia Walker chasing after that one, forcing United back. They're really not getting things all their own way here. They may have expected that, possibly underestimating this Birmingham side, but this is a nice fluid passing move. Final ball just lacking Ella Toon in so much space on the right-hand side there. Don't think they spotted her movement, and the ball travels through towards Hannah Hampton. It's a big kick away by Hannah Hampton. Of course, United caught out last weekend with that long ball over the top. Sam Kerr with the punishment, and maybe something that Birmingham will look to exploit in this matchup. Jackie Gruenin here scurrying after the ball in midfield. Georgia Brougham able to turn away. Instantly United winning it back. Amy Turner. Now Earps. Turner sends it wide. Back you there. Now Leah Galton. Familiar area of the pitch for her. Looking for the give and go. Racing towards the byline with a chance to deliver. Nice ball into the area, cleared away. Good defending by Birmingham. A couple of times already in this game that Leah Galton's managed to get herself into areas of the pitch where she's able to do some damage. Again, creating an overload down that left-hand side. Jackie Gruenin towards Batya. Now Lauren James drops off of that attacking line as she likes to do. Lofts one towards Toon. Toon can't spin away from Holloway. Has won a corner though. Will be Katie Zellum who will come across to take this one. Lauren James looking to cause issues, standing right in front of Hannah Hampton. It's a fine delivery and it's only just above the intended target in the middle. Jamie Lee Napier should be able to clear away here. Very nearly ran into trouble, but she does well to carry the ball to safety. Being penned in though by Manchester United. Game really being played out inside Birmingham's half. Clever touch by Batya. Lads being harassed in the middle. Zellum spots Toon. Toon on the charge. United working the ball right to left, and now Galton waiting for the moment, waiting for the opportunity to present itself. No trouble there for Hannah Hampton. Given away by United at the back. Emily Murphy unable to take advantage. Nice touch from Galton, finds Gruenin. Lauren James finds This left-hand channel that she likes so much, dispatching the shot with power. And over the top of the crossbar. Always such intent from Lauren James. As soon as she picks the ball up, cuts in, driving onto that right foot and not too far away. Warning signs are definitely there. Well, they get lucky there. Birmingham charge down, Jackie Gronin on the run. And she's looking to win the ball again here by the corner flag. Harris to Zellum. Mia Goldson in space. On Abatia. Zellum. Well, you could see exactly what she was trying there, that clever one with the outside of the boot. Lauren James trying to make the run through the channel, but she couldn't get that. Good chasing back by Emily Murphy. Really seemed to enjoy herself last weekend in the game against Brighton, but she has said that she needs to get match sharp. Here's Lauren James. Lauren James, and that's a well-timed challenge from behind to nip the ball away just as she was about to pull the trigger. Relentless from Manchester United. Well-constructed attacks, but so far so good for Birmingham. Giving the ball away here for Lauren James to pass on towards Leah Goldson. Goldson skips in field, looking to unleash the shot, instead decides to pass to Toon. Devilish ball towards the far post, crying out for a touch. Nobody there to meet it. Hayley Ladd losing out in midfield. Lucy Whip is there. First chance potentially here for Emily Murphy to take a run at the United defence. She runs straight into trouble. Did wonder today whether or not there may be any hangover from the game against Chelsea for Manchester United. Seem to have slipped straight back into their rhythm. Jackie Gronin away and in space. Ella Toon in the middle, wanting the ball, but it's Lauren James who receives it. Back towards Gronin. Gronin's ball into the front post is well gathered by Hannah Hampton on the slide. Was a forward until 2010, Hannah Hampton. Now forcing her way through, one of the most promising goalkeepers in the division. Seems as though United are a lot more aware of that long ball today, maybe dropping ever so slightly deeper than they did against Chelsea when they were caught out. Turner. Flick wide towards Goldson. Goldson in space. Goldson unleashing the shot and palmed away well by Hannah Hampton. Not for the first time in this game, Leah Goldson picking up a really promising position down the left-hand side. As we have seen plenty of times already this season, she has added goals to her game. A fierce driving effort pushed away. Manchester United do have a corner though. And they'll send plenty forward for it too. Zellum delivers one in towards the 6-yard box. It's well gathered through the crowd of bodies by Hannah Hampton. Does brilliantly to step through and may well have caught a couple of her teammates quite nastily here. Well, Harriet Scott, the good news is back up onto her feet. Littlejohn gingerly back up too. Well, she had been carrying an injury coming into signing for Birmingham. Had an Achilles injury that was causing her some problems. You just hope that that hasn't flared up again. Good performance last weekend. She's got bags of experience, which you really feel that this Birmingham side needs. It's a very young squad. Eventually we get the clearance away from Hannah Hampton. Instantly, it comes straight back for Manchester United. Defending with authority today. Toon and Gurnham working so hard in that midfield, and Birmingham struggling to get anywhere near the ball. That triangle in that middle. It's Gurnham, Zellum, Toon. Lauren James dropping deep as well, causing issues. Here she comes again. Free-flowing football from Manchester United. Harris now with an effort. Curling away from Hannah Hampton's goal. Good news is that she seems okay after the injury that she picked up early on in this game. But again, well, after that collision with Hannah Hampton, Marisha Littlejohn receiving some treatment. Physio seemed to be testing a knee there. Would be a big loss for Birmingham if she was to go out injured. Made a big move for her in the transfer window. Republic of Ireland international making her way to the side of the field. And momentarily, Birmingham will have to play with 10. Two Turners combined. Long diagonal ball, seeking Goldson. Goldson looking to nip in behind. Good spot there by Hannah Hampton. Sliding off of her line, came racing out to get there ahead of Leah Goldson, making her way forwards. And Again, that long ball misjudged by the Manchester United defence, and away here goes Murphy. Nice flick back too. Birmingham looking to edge their way into the area, and Jamie Lee Napier has drifted offside. Well, it's clearly a tactic they're employing during this game, Birmingham, looking to hit swiftly on the break. They're soaking up plenty of pressure. They have got Emily Murphy, who, well, she certainly plays with a confidence. There's no fear there. Clever pass. Just couldn't quite work that final ball into the area. Manchester United using the width of the pitch. Here's Harris. Zellum looking for an option, finding Toon. Toon swivels. James on the run. Harris again. James coming back from an offside position. Vernon sends the ball on. James didn't quite have the position of her body turned the right way. Wasn't able to spin and get onto that one, but she always looks dangerous, Lauren James, every time she's on the ball. Definitely missing the impact of both Tobin Heath and also the other American in this side, who's not even in the squads today. As I said, we didn't have any words as to why there's no Tobin Heath today, but potentially something to do with an injury. Kristen Press on the bench. Nice play here by Ella Toon. That's a slightly clumsy challenge to bring down Marisha Littlejohn. Doesn't seem all that comfortable back on the field after that injury. Quite happy to play that long crossfield ball though, so maybe I'm wrong. Scott moves on. Picked up here by Whip. Whip moves the ball on. Walker. Walker's ball into the area, very nearly picks out Jamie Lee Napier. Palmed away in the end by Mary Earps. Manages to get the ball away from the danger zone for United. Now Leah Goldson. United on the break. Lauren James teasing ball towards Ella Toon. Can't quite pick out her teammate. Martha Harris now feeling the effects of that burst down the right-hand side, and maybe she hasn't managed to get over that injury from earlier on in this game. Initially I thought she was winded, but it may well be an impact injury. It's the side of her body that she keeps touching. Birmingham carelessly giving possession away. They really can't afford to do that against this Manchester United team. Back Goldson. Lovely feet from Leah Goldson, spins away, sends it on towards Harris, and now Zellum. Slick passing for Manchester United. Zellum now to Harris. Yeah, plenty of work for this Birmingham side to do here. Zellum. Birmingham defence doing its job. But they'll come straight back, Manchester United. Clever, really nice from United here. Here's Harris. Toon. Smothered. Again given away, this time by Whip. Zellum moves into a good space, gets the shot away. And it's Hampton who gets her body behind it to deny the goal in her birthday week. Scored a beautiful free kick earlier on in the season to draw things level between these two sides. Almost effortless, just lifted it over the top of the wall just before the half-time whistle, and United took advantage in the second half to go on and win the game 5-2. It was actually one of the substitutes today, Kirsty Hansen, who grabbed a brace in that game to really do the damage. Lucy Whip making things slightly worse for her teammate there by hammering the ball into her while she was on the floor. Play continues, space opening up here and a chance for Birmingham to come forward. Haven't seen too many of those opportunities in this game. Holloway decides to go backwards, lifted forward onto the chest of Murphy. Well, that was much better from Birmingham. Need to start to grow in confidence in this game. Haven't wanted to give too much away. They've played very negatively so far. Guess that's the game plan, soak up the pressure. Zellum spots Harris in space. Well, she's not running at full tilt. She's definitely still feeling the effects of that injury. She wasn't able to get to that one. And a breather for Birmingham. Very rarely is it more than 2 touches from these United players. Toon though drifting in field, but it's this slick passing which is so hard to defend against. Move the ball so well, let the ball do the work. Watched out of play by Sarah Mailing for Birmingham. Here's the captain, Harriet Scott, the leader on the pitch. Throwing down the right-hand side, Claudia Walker. Manages to win a corner. Scored a brilliant goal in this game earlier in the season. Well, this isn't nice to see. Martha Harris obviously so keen to stay on the pitch, given that it's her first start of the season. Not for the first time. After that initial injury, she's gone down, and I don't think she's going to be okay to continue. Again, Manchester United having to defend here with just 10 on the field. Or are they making the change? Well, they will make the change. And instantly racing into the action. Kirsty Smith, who was in the side last week and has been a regular. May well be a switch for United, but they initially just have to deal with this corner. Number of blue shirts causing havoc inside that 6-yard box. Lifted ball in towards Mary Earps. Well, Earps feels that she was fouled. The defence doing its job, managing to clear away. Lauren James unable to pick out Ella Toon. Ella Toon. And a first touch here for Kirsty Smith. Smith into Groenen. Groenen forced back towards Ella Toon. Ella Toon on the march, tries to carry forward into a good area. Now to Groenen. Smith, the substitute, sees a cross deflected. Groenen across to win it. Zellum now. Manchester United dominating possession. Can they get a chance in on goal? Ella Toon with the drive. Good work again by Birmingham at the back. They can be happy so far with how they've really troubled United. They've frustrated them, and now they've got the chance to attack here. Emily Murphy just showing a bit too much of the ball to Turner. She was able to make the tackle. So often, Casey Stoney describes her squad as game changers, and she has got a number of game changers on the bench. Whilst Manchester United may not be getting things all their own way so far in this game, there's plenty of options on the bench, plenty of goal scorers. Free kick here for Manchester United. Got some defending to do here, Birmingham. Delivery from Zellum. And Hannah Hampton does well to keep that one in play and prevent the corner. Scott gives the ball away to Galton. Now Lauren James. Doesn't seem too concerned at all with the challenges coming in. Ella Toon. Zellum. Holds off from making the pass. Smith wasn't in the position that she was hoping she might be. Squares into midfield to Ladd. Batya. Smith. Zellum. Just slightly overhit there by Toon and forced Zellum into the challenge, and she brings down Lucy Whip. Well, they haven't really managed, Manchester United, to get in behind this Birmingham defence, and that's been the issue. They've had all of their attacking play in front of that back four. Midfield dropping deep to help out, providing that protection. And the game plan working so far for Carla Ward. Jackie Groenen clever. The Dutch international now on the front foot, on the attack. Super pass forward towards Galton. Can she conjure here from the left? Lifts the ball in towards Toon. And just over the heads of Ella Toon. Toon. Now Grenon. Zellum. Batya. Now Leah Galton, nice first touch. Good delivery too. Maybe too close to Hannah Hampton. Hannah Hampton made it look easy though. Rolls out towards the right-hand side. There's that early ball forward again. You can see Emily Murphy, who's had lots of running to do in this game, but every time they looking to launch that ball forward, they're looking to get the ball to her. She's the one that they want to hit on the break. Walker turns on towards Murphy. Scrapped really hard to win that corner there, Birmingham. Excellent work between both Walker and Murphy, who seem to have a really good understanding. Emily Murphy says she's really enjoyed arriving at Birmingham. It's a young squad and fits in very easily. Nice interview with her and Blues TV, which I watched before the start of this game. Really just seemed to be enjoying having the opportunity to feature on a weekly basis in the WSL. Birmingham corner comes into a good area and it needed that header. Vital header to turn away with Harriet Scott in a really good position in a central area. Now United will look to hit on the break. Here is Katie Zellum. Spots the run of Leah Galton, slightly behind the intended target, has to check back, moves the ball on towards Toon. Toon needs a teammate in the middle, Grenon in space. Galton on towards Zellum, charged down well on the edge of the box. Well, they got back in really good numbers there, Birmingham. Might be a chance here though for Toon to attack. She unleashes the shot, again blocked by the Birmingham defence, and Lucy Whip turns away. More pressure to deal with though here. That's a fine ball towards Galton. Galton's touchback unselfish there, when maybe she could have unleashed the shot. Lauren James spins away, gets the ball into the area, best chance of the game so far. Leaning back, puts over the top of the crossbar by the Dutch international Jackie Grenon. Clever play down the right-hand side by Lauren James. And Jackie Grenon unable to take advantage, in a really good position in that central area. There was real purpose about that Manchester United attack. Some intent. So eager to grab the first goal here. Well, they'll need some luck, Birmingham, in this game, and that was a big slice of luck right there. Good header away by Varisha Littlejohn there. Birmingham win themselves a throw-in down the right-hand side. I don't think too many people would have predicted that this one would have been 0-0 at half-time, but that's what we're heading towards. Certainly don't concede many, Birmingham. Ball into the box, turned away by Turner. Varisha Littlejohn, clever feet there, and she was dancing her way forward. United doing well not to catch her and bring her down for a penalty. Broham back on defensive duty to glance away, and Hayley Ladd spins to buy herself some space in midfield. It's a brilliant takedown. She came through on a Batya through the Barcelona youth setup, and you could certainly see the effects of that as she brought that ball down on the left-hand side there. Galton's header will go all the way through towards Hannah Hampton. Birmingham had the news, which I guess they always knew, that Rachel Coursey would be going back to America. She's been such an influential character at the back for Birmingham this season. When she left the squad, you wonder what kind of effect that might have on what has been a very solid Birmingham defence this season, but as they've shown in this game so far, they're a very capable unit. They've adapted really well. Credit to Georgia Broham, who really acts as an excellent organiser in there at the back. Been really impressed by her performances over recent weeks. Foul. Emily Murphy is penalised by the referee, the assistant who spotted it over there. Now Zellum on towards Smith. Toon and Zellum linking up. Galton wants it, clever pass, she's in here, and that's a fine stop to deny Leah Galton by Hannah Hampton. Well, it was a really lovely pass, turned around the corner to pick out Galton. She thought she'd scored there, but Hannah Hampton showing the quality that she possesses, palming away for a corner and keeping the scoreline level here. Hannah Hampton doesn't look too fussed about that save, but that was a brilliant stop. More pressure here for the Birmingham defence. Another Katie Zellum corner, this one in short towards Galton. Zellum gets the return, nice ball into the area, and it's Lauren James who can't keep it down, and it floats wide in the end. Looks like maybe she felt the effects of that one as well. It was fizzed into the box by Zellum. Well played there. Hayley Ladd, good strength. Turned on by Galton. And then Broham and Lauren James going shoulder to shoulder, the two number 16s. United with a throw-in on the left-hand side. Lauren James hasn't really had too much of a chance to get into the game. She's tried to drop off of that attacking line and play in between the midfield and defensive lines. As the first half has gone on, she's seen less and less of the ball. So we'll have 3 minutes of additional time at the end of this first period. Can Birmingham stick to the task up until that half-time whistle? Sure, if they can, Carla Ward will be delighted. This is where Casey Stoney's side will really try to force themselves forward. They'll be eager to grab that goal before the half-time whistle. It's a very different team talk at half-time if they do manage to grab a goal here. If they don't get the goal, you wonder what kind of tweaks Casey Stoney will be looking to make. She is renowned for switching things up when she needs to. So much depth within this Manchester United squad that there are so many options for her to call on here if she does decide to make a change. Referee has heard enough from Harriet Scott, and Marisha Littlejohn is given the yellow card. Her foul leading to this free kick for Katie Zellum. Decent looking ball, floated in too close to the goalkeeper. And Hannah Hampton, who has provided that security blanket at the back for Birmingham, gathers in, and she's in no rush in any way whatsoever to clear this ball away. No surprises there. Well, there we go. Good first half for Birmingham. Couple of really good opportunities for Manchester United, which they weren't able to take advantage of. Jackie Grenon found herself in really good position after excellent work by Lauren James, but she blazed over the top, and shortly afterwards, probably the best chance of the game, Leah Goldson sneaking into the area and drawing a really good stop from the impressive Hannah Hampton. At half-time here, it's Manchester United 0, Birmingham 0.
I'm Beth Mead and you're...
G, ball in and the header cleared off the line by Amy Turner. Another chance for Kirby! And off the post! And now it's turned in! It's Pernilla Harder for Chelsea. The champions in front at Kingsmeadow.
Great ball in, and what Chelsea do is they keep the first ball and second ball alive. It's a great strike from Frank Kirby, and it hits off the post, rebounds out, and the first person to react is Harder.
Galton, 2. Back to Kirsty Smith again. James. Might have heard Casey Stoney there saying, get LJ on the ball. She's on it now. And she might hit this, you know. She did! And she scored! How about that from Lauren James? And that's what happens when you get her on the ball.
What a goal. I said star quality, and this kid has got it all. Picks the ball up. She makes everything look so graceful and too easy. Gets a give and go. It's poor defending, but all about that finish. Opens up her hips and bends it in.
Oh, Frank Kirby could be in here. It's a lapse at the bat from United. Kirby! It's the woman in form. It's Frank Kirby for Chelsea. And the champions regain their lead.
And it's just come from a long, direct ball. I'm not sure what the defenders are doing, but you know what Frank Kirby does? She gets herself in, and it's a really good, composed finish.
Bryson, former Everton player, the Bristol City #2. She's lost out to Graham. Everton on the attack now. And it comes from Sorensen. And on the end of it is Izzy Christensen into the roof of the net. Well, she was not going to miss from there, was Izzy Christensen. Brings it forward. Cross comes in from Rasso, and Haaland fumbles it and is tapped in by Simone McGill. Nightmare for the City standing keeper from an unmissable position. This time Simone McGill makes it Everton 2, Bristol City 0. McGill wins it back for Everton, finds Graham. First touch let her down, tries to roll in Christensen. Can she get there? Oh, into the far corner of the net from Izzy Christensen's second goal of the afternoon. Beautifully teed up. In comes the corner, all the way through and into the back of the net. Finnegan is claiming the final touch on it.
She's making her way to the edge of the penalty area now. She's the target here. It was a good ball in. It wasn't her who touched it, but it's turned in for an early goal from Lauren Bruton. Against her old club, Reading ahead with only 5 minutes gone. Little. She's far side for Van der Donk. She's come right instead. It's an excellent run on the overlap. How's the cross? Chance for 1-1 here. Great save, Maloney, but the follow-up is tapped in by Miedemar. And how predatory is that of Vivian Miedemar? And the league's leading scorer has her 12th of the season.
Manchester City looking to build something in the early exchange of this one. In behind seems is Kelly, and Kelly with a dangerous ball across, and that's the opening goal. We've only played 2 minutes and Manchester City are up and running. It's Lauren Hemp sliding in at the far post, and Manchester City take the lead.
We're seeing Jill Scott have the time to turn and play a really good pass between the backline players, and then obviously we've got Kelly sliding it across for a great finish.
Hemp gives chase. That's a really good ball, that's a really good opportunity, and that's a really good goal. Jill Scott on the end of it, and Manchester City have doubled their lead.
Lucy Brown's great right foot ping, exactly what a player like Scott wants in the box, because Jill is going to beat most people in these situations.
Morgan. Lovely to Stanway, and the flag stays down, and Manchester City in behind again, and Manchester City have scored a third. Aston Villa are appealing for offside. It hasn't been given, and Stanway, who scored 2 against Villa in the reverse fixture, has scored against them again.
Look at the timing of her movement. Yeah, she's definitely onside. Great one touch, obviously, around the corner for her running onto, and then, yeah, she places it past the keeper. Look, good finish from Georgia Stanway, 3-0 Manchester City.
Flicked on at the near post and flicked in, and Manchester City have scored a 4th, and from a set piece again. It was Chloe Kelly's ball in, and Manchester City are running away with this match before half-time.
Decent delivery, wasn't it? Near towards the near post, Ewan. Lauren Hempick, it is again 2 goals for her. Fantastic game so far, but you know, you can question the defending here. Somebody's got to attack that from a Villa perspective.
Picked up by Hansen, loses out to Stanway. Stanway has Kelly to her right and White to her left. Scott to Hemp. Good touch by Hemp. On a hat-trick, Lauren Hemp, it's deflected, that's going to be an own goal. And Manchester City have a 5th. Lauren Hemp will want to claim it, but the last touch came off a Villa defender.
When she picks this up, her first instinct is, I'm going forward with this, and off she goes. You know, it's that change of pace, hard to deal with if you're a defender, and then she gets a bit of luck.
As White gives chase against Asante.
Ex-teammates there know a lot about each other.
Villa have played themselves into trouble. Hemp with the chance to White, and that's 6. Ellen White getting in on the act as well.
We've got the one-on-one situation here. Anita Asante strong enough to hold her off, plays it back to goalkeeper. You could question detail of pass, but you could also question a flat-footed goalkeeper as well. You know, she's got to be able to deal with that. And then obviously they haven't recovered quickly enough here, and Ellen White makes the most of that.
And Kelly has the chance, and Kelly has the goal. Another mistake at the back for Aston Villa. Lisa Weiss couldn't get it clear. Chloe Kelly capitalised, and Manchester City have 7. A tough day at the office for Gemma Davis's side. Manchester City running out 7-0 winners.
Ayan. Good cross, and just couldn't quite get there at the far post. It's still there for Spurs though. Squared back and in! Quinn scores! Lovely play from Davison, and then slotted in by Quinn.
We're like, can you do it on a really dense stalk? Girls, just do what you need to do.
When we're pressing, we go together, and if we stay in, we stay together. So enjoy it, and let's just make sure you have each other's back. Come on.
Let's go. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Team!
I felt the energy going through my veins.
Turn round.
Turn
Yeah.
around, you get kicked.
Okay. Yeah.
join.
Yeah. Loose. Good go.
Switch it around, please.
And again. Tackle! Block! Jill. Stay, Rachel, stay! Hey, Shay! Get in! Leave it! Get in! Kids! Hey! Come on, kids. Hold on, mate, go on. Follow in, Beth. To your knees loose. Get in. Girls, let's close these gaps a bit more. Girls in control. Tight. Keep them on. Make her work, Lotta. Make her run. Keep it. Keep it. Patient. Keep it. Brilliant. If you draw two, then I'm the out one. But if you draw one, then just go. Mills, the throw-ins get Demi in front, you're the left back. So you and Demi's in front, then a player, then you, then a player, then Lotta needs to come. Millie double, yeah, perfect! Grace, don't release until she's looking as though she's going to go that way. Yeah, because sometimes it's too early and then they just cut for the middle. Leah,
Yeah.
wait, hold, go! Come on! Jump up! Yes, Kira! Can't keep that up for another 40 minutes. So. But also, I don't think they can.
Right, come on then. Let's go.
Hey, come on, loads of energy, come on! Grace, yes! Brilliant, mate. Sit there. Kids, stay! Leah, get round! That's yours, come on! Okay. Quality, that's what we want.
Double kick.
Good, Lotta. That's yours. That's yours all day. All day she's yours. Yeah. Organised. There's me right. Now you go. Girls, we're in control. Ball, Jordan. Keep going, Els. LJ, good movement. Yeah, remember your job in here. Get in. Get the ball. She's off. Go on, team. I can't move. Great finish. That is why we work, is for what we've just done today. Is all the hard work we've done in the week and the week before and the camp before and the camp before. That is why we can win the Euros, we can win the Olympics and we win the World Cup. It's stuff like that.
And you're watching the FA player.
Against Birmingham City, 0-0 at half-time. Birmingham sticking to the game plan, doing their job, and Manchester United were unable to open Birmingham up as freely as they would have liked. They did have a couple of good chances, notably for Jackie Gurnan and Leah Galton. there is the opportunity for Manchester United to go back to the top of the table with a win here. Put some pressure on Chelsea, and I'm sure they'll be eager to do that. Birmingham who get us underway for the second half. And it's Walker on the right-hand side nodding forward, but Manchester United able to deal with the threat. Mary Earps, who had a fairly quiet first half, working the ball on. Risky pass through the middle for Manchester United, and they've lost it. Here's Whip. Is it slightly behind Jamie Lee Napier, and Toon able to gather. And away here goes Lauren James. Grenham waiting in the middle for the pass. Clever feet from Lauren James. Delivery across the edge of the 6-yard box. And just like that, United in for the first of the game. Only just kicked off in the second half, and it's Leah Galton again for Manchester United. Wonderful play from Lauren James, linking up really well there with United's number 11. And that's just the start to the second period United would have been looking for. We make that 40 seconds on the clock. Leah Galton punishing Birmingham's defence. On the break, they hit swiftly. And now Birmingham will have to respond. Well, she's been described by her coach as the best winger in the league. She's really benefiting from that arm around the shoulder approach from Casey Stoney. Leah Galton getting into a really good position there, sneaking around the back. Now you wonder how Manchester United approach this. What do they do from here? Do they continue to try to turn the screw? You imagine that's the way they will approach things. Lauren James with that brilliant goal last week, and this time the provider has what you would imagine to be a superb career in front of her. What's brilliant with Lauren James is she just makes it look so easy. Tons of natural ability as Hayley Ladd moves the ball wide, and here is on a back, yeah. Tellem on towards Toon. James trying to flick on as she looks for the give and go. Toon again. Now Galton in a really good space. Galton flashes across the face of goal. Well, you can see what she was trying there to pick out that far corner. Playing with bundles of confidence at the moment. Leah Galton not too far away from a tight angle to adding her second of the game. Smith penalised. Did think about taking the free kick quickly, but hesitation from Birmingham, and Georgia Brown will be the one to pick things up here. Jamie Lee Napier up against Smith on the far side. Well, she's done brilliantly to protect the ball, but is she going anywhere here? And no is the answer to that. Vernon moves the ball on towards Toon. Toon, Galton, and again Hannah Hampton spots the run off of her line quickly to clear the Lions at the back, but United seemingly in the second half just managing to find the spaces in between the lines a bit more easily, and that diagonal ball across towards Galton proving very effective. Here comes Batya. Touched on towards Leah Goldson. It's a nice drop of the shoulder there, nice idea, but she don't think realised how close she was to the touchline, and the ball runs away for a throw. Well, they've had to be very patient in this game, Manchester United. And they could quite easily, especially after last weekend's result against Chelsea, have allowed the lack of goals in the first half to get to them, but they waited and waited. And then in the second half, they've been in devastating form. Leah Goldson with the goal that separates the two sides at the moment. Here is Scott. Well, they were trying to make that progress down the right-hand side, but there's a foul which has been given by the referee. United eager to get things going quickly. Seeing more and more of the ball down the left-hand side. It's Goldson on towards Batya. Goldson wants it back. That's slick passing, trademark for Manchester United. Nice delivery. Everyone had gone towards the edge of the 6-yard box, nobody checking their run. Cleared away by Birmingham, who are struggling to get the ball out of their own half. It's these slick combinations of Manchester United that are so difficult to defend against, but Lauren James has been dispossessed here. Scott. Channel for the pass was blocked off, and now Lauren James. Quick ball by Goldson, spotted the run there. Jackie Groenen just slightly overhits the pass. Smith. Well, Jackie Groenen now finding Leah Goldson. Moving the ball side to side here, United trying to find the space to open up Birmingham again. Smith coming forward, gets the shot away, and Hampton palms across and away for a corner kick. Did well to get down quickly there. Ball bounced awkwardly in front of the keeper, but maybe just giving her enough time to get across and touch away. It's another United corner. Deep delivery from Zellum, and that's brilliantly defended there by Scott, glancing away for another corner on the opposite side. United have been very effective from corners this season, but so far so good for Birmingham from these set plays. Zellum, another good delivery, and just over the head of Turner. Batya this time, and now Lads. Well, it's set up nicely for her to volley, but she just skews that one wide. They continue to create good chances though, Manchester United, continuing to find the space inside the penalty area where they didn't always do that in the first half. Good header by Turner. And instantly more pressure for this Birmingham defence to cope with. Galton looking for the give and go with Gernon. Gernon's pass hammered into the back of Sarah Mailing. Toon, who covers so much ground for this Manchester United team, in towards Zellum, but it's Brennan who gets there. Scott doing enough to shove Brennan out of the way to win the ball back. And Hannah Hampton can clear up and clear away. Towards Murphy, one for the future definitely. Just unable to really get a foothold in this game. Here she is though with space to run into. Slips it through the channel. Wow, I was looking for the run there of Walker, and maybe the two didn't read each other. Murphy again. It's well cut out by Turner, but she'll get the ball back, and here is Walker. Walker, who scored in this fixture earlier on this season, really hasn't had all that much change out here on the right-hand side up against Batya, but she spins away here, gets to the byline. And Hayley Ladd gets the call from Mary Earps. So she's really improved this season. It's been an absolute dream for her, having Tobin Heath and Kristen Press to train with, as you would imagine, to super internationals. Two players who've lit up the world stage. Dreaming of qualification, Mary Earps, to the Champions League. She said that on a number of occasions this season. It's the top two in the WSL who will qualify for the Champions League. Things stay the same here. Manchester United heading back up to the top. And they will have played a couple of additional games than Chelsea. Emily Murphy playing a much more central role in the second half, pretty much playing as a number 9. Played on the right-hand side last weekend. Turner now, again looking for that ball forward towards Galton, and Sarah Mailing has her work cut out in this second half because Galton looks so eager to add to her goal tally for the season. Has one already in this game. Scrapping to win the ball back there from Batya, and here is James. Lifts a good-looking ball into the area, and they're not too far away from connecting with it. Very intelligent footballer, Lauren James. She sees the game so well. Lifting that ball through there, very nearly managed to pick out a teammate. There were two United players bursting to get onto it. Just missed the run of Zellum. They'll try again though, United, and they'll continue to probe here. Jackie Gernon. Zellum coming in around the back, is seen out of play. She gets the final touch. It's good work by Sarah Mailing. Well, they've done well here, Birmingham, to keep themselves in the game because it's relentless pressure from Manchester United, but they haven't allowed the floodgates to open. Continue to do what they do best, and that's defend. They're organised, get back into shape well, and they are leaving themselves a chance here to hit United on the break. If they could grab a point here, if they could grab a goal and come away with that vital draw here, I'm sure they'd be absolutely delighted. Does look as though we're going to have a change. Looks as though it's Fuso who's coming on. We'll wait and see whether or not that happens. Resolute defending for Manchester United again. Just drop the pace of the game down here ever so slightly, Manchester United, but you can guarantee that they'll accelerate through the gears as and when they want to. Just lulling you into that false sense of security, and then they'll hit with speed, power. Galton heads towards the byline, lifts the ball towards the back of the penalty area, just slightly too much on it. Well, they've had to work for things here in this game this afternoon. And Lauren James provided a brilliant assist for the goal, and is a superb talent. Will be removed here. Excellent work from her this afternoon. And on comes Fuso in her place. It's a like-for-like switch. Opportunity to show what she's all about. United, of course, would have expected to win here. It's a game that on paper you would think that they would win. Things do get slightly more difficult over the course of the next month. Everton fixture for them next Sunday. And Manchester City to play during February, which will be a tough one as well. Birmingham with a free kick. Now, sense this will be an opportunity here to grab an equaliser as Brum lines up the free kick. Murphy scurrying around in the middle. Good defensive header. First touch here for Fuso. Toon. Pacey United break might be on here. Georgia Brougham, who reads the game so well, steps across. Never really looked panicked, and she never really does. An accomplished centre-back who's really grown since she's arrived here in Birmingham. Touching away. There will be a corner to deal with, though. Zellum, fine ball. And it's a good header as well, and they're not too far away, but the final touch comes off of a Birmingham player. It was Turner who came in to meet it and has certainly felt the effects of a collision here in the middle. The referee wants to have a word with Millie Turner. She doesn't look too interested at all in having a conversation. Well, it was a wonderful ball by Katie Zellum. She does deliver fantastic corner kicks, and she gets the opportunity to put another one into the penalty area here. This one has slightly more pace to it, and again the target was Turner. Slightly over her head and glancing away. We see the ball roll down to the side of the field here at Lee Sports Village. Now Birmingham will make a change. And she's been much more of a fixture recently in the first 11, but Molly Green, who was removed today, will come on here to replace Gemma Lawley. Former Manchester United player Molly Green, although she is a Liverpool fan. Grew up and admires Steven Gerrard, just to give you an indication of what you can expect from Molly Green. Been very impressed with her performances this season. She gets an early touch here as soon as she comes onto the field to glance forward, but the ball is sent away. She'll put some pressure on Katie Zellum in an area where Manchester United have really controlled the game, right in the centre of the midfield. Good block there by Katie Zellum. Birmingham will look to spin and play that ball over the top. Good clearance away by Smith. And also manages to win the throw-in too. Tough afternoon here for Lauren James up against Georgia Brum, and Fuso there receiving the physical treatment from Birmingham's number 16, and that was a high challenge there. Both players going down, but well, it's Harriet Scott who seems to be the one who's felt the effects of that Ella Toon challenge the most, but might be a surprise if Ella Toon doesn't go into the book here for raising her leg. The referee does give Ella Toon a yellow card, and not really surprising to see the referee do that. Been a physical contest here this afternoon. We've had a number of players who've been down with injury. Martha Harris, unfortunately, had to leave the field in the first half because she was injured after a collision. Good news for Everton is that Marisha Littlejohn seemed to shake off what was, well, what looked like a knee injury in the first half. Zellum gives the ball away. Murphy picks it up and moves it backwards towards Holloway. Seeking the run of Murphy again, trying to get in behind the Manchester United defence. We've not really seen that too often in this game. United defence intercept, and they continue to impress as well. Number of names in the lineup at the back who will be looking to force their way into the England setup and become regulars. And in particular, the two Turners at the back have showed what they're all about here. Commitment, hard work, organised at the back. Very nearly on the score sheet as well from a corner. Hayley Ladd has Molly Green for company, so she checks back and finds Turner here. And now Jackie Gernon spins, finds Toon. Gernon wants the ball back, she won't get it. Away, here goes Toon, Toon into the area! And Fuso was the target, she just couldn't bring the ball under control. Manchester United have definitely continued to dominate after that goal that came 40 seconds into the second half from Leah Goldson, but they haven't managed to find the score sheet again, and I'm sure they would be very keen to make things more comfortable here. Dropping points is not the target for those teams at the top, and if you want to be one of those teams challenging for Champions League qualification, a win is the only way, as Fuso is picked out by Goldson. Toon continues the momentum, tries an effort, and it's not too far away, just over the top of the crossbar from Ella Toon. Quick break was on, and maybe the ball from Fuso may well have been towards Goldson, who was making her way down the left-hand side. Toon swiftly got the ball out from under her feet, but couldn't turn it towards the goal of Hannah Hampton. No trouble for the goalkeeper. And the scoreline remains 1-0 to Manchester United. Hannah Hampton on the slide, has given the ball away here. Leah Goldson looking to create something. Swift ball across towards Zellum. Nice turn to buy the space. Looks for Grunen, wanted it back. Grunen goes on her own. And it's a brilliant block. Sarah Mayling sliding in to turn the ball away to safety. Nice build-up again for Manchester United. Really impressed, though, with the Birmingham defence and how they've stuck to the task. All hands on deck at the back for Birmingham again, as they have another corner in this game. Katie Zellum very nearly managed to pick out Millie Turner last time out. Good ball again, and rushing in, it's Amy Turner this time. And she's penalised by the referee. Might be a few sore bodies after this game. There have been a number of collisions. This might be where Birmingham start to change the way that they're playing ever so slightly. We head into the final 15 minutes. Jamie Lee Napier away down the left-hand side here. Needs someone to aim at in the middle. Well, first she needs to get the ball beyond Amy Turner. Quite difficult to do that. Nods the ball away, Birmingham corner. Can Birmingham apply what would be a killer blow for Manchester United? Walker can be a real threat on the edge of the 6-yard box. She waits. Scott comes forward. We've got Green in there too. Needs a good delivery. Comes into the front post towards Walker. Holds it up nicely. There's a looping effort which Earps gets to. There was too much pressure on the goalkeeper from Jamie Lee Napier, and she's penalised. And that's a free kick for Manchester United. Well, if they don't grab a second goal, Manchester United, there could quite feasibly be some nervy moments at the end of this game. Elatoon, ever willing, working the ball on here, United towards Galton. Good strength. That was a tug on the shirt, but she's still going here. Well, she slides in there, and the free kick is given against Leah Galton, but she could quite easily have won a free kick on the edge of the Birmingham penalty area. Her shirt was definitely tugged there as she made the run through on goal. WSL Player of the Month for December, Leah Galton. That's some strong words from the referee, but it's been a brilliant start to the game. Just stop for another change here for Manchester United. There is a switch of captaincy as Katie Zellum comes off of the field and gives the armband to Amy Turner at the back. And on here will come Kirsty Hansen, who scored a couple of goals in this fixture back in September. So the threats continue. They multiply for Birmingham as Kirsty Hansen comes on in midfield. Galton gets up to meet the header. Molly Green up towards the halfway line for Birmingham. Murphy doing well, wins the throw-in, which Mailing will come forward to take on the right. Very nearly, Walker able to glance on there, and Murphy would have been in behind Manchester United. Do need to be careful here. Saw last weekend, and although we're talking about Sam Kerr here, very different proposition. We saw last time out that United can be susceptible to swift attacking plays, but it's Galton who carries the ball forward here, looking for her second in the game. Plays on towards Toon, and Toon shoots straight at Hampton, and the keeper gathers. Well, had it been either side of the goalkeeper, may well have been trouble. Here comes Fuso. Fuso into the area, driving shot over the top. And over the top of the crossbar. Toon moving the ball on in midfield. Manchester United trying to attack. Smith working wide. Can United keep the ball in play? Not quite. And it will go away for a throw-in. Would just like to apologise that we have lost some sound here, so that may be affecting your viewing. Jackie Gernon recycling the ball. Jackie Gernon now, long diagonal ball. Again, it's Galton who's the target on this left-hand side. And she's drifted offside. And the flag is up, and that will be a free kick for Birmingham. Brilliant by United again, finding these spaces, really good areas time and time again. It's Hansen, substitute, looking for Smith on the overlap. Now Batya, waiting for a teammate. Toon, making the run, but she's blocked off there by Scott, and away it goes for a goal kick for Birmingham. Carla Ward saying recently that there is a long way to go in this season and that they're far from safe. Need to grab more points. Certainly based on the display here, they can certainly look forward to the remainder of the season as United work another opportunity. Hansen dragging the shot wide, but you feel that Birmingham have enough in the locker to survive at this level. Haven't been overawed by Manchester United, who have really come on some strides since last season, and they were good last season too. Definitely benefited from some of the new signings that have come in. Tobin Heath and Kristen Press, but also not only that, the maturity that now some of the younger players are starting to show. They've benefited from that experience of the first season back in the WSL. And also just playing with each other on a regular basis, that familiarity. Everybody just seems to know their role, the combination play between all of the different players. So good as Toon moves the ball wide here for Hansen. Hansen providing a real threat since coming on. She gets to the byline. Cutback is good too, but it's intercepted by Whip. Not the best clearance. Toon onto it. Toon with a shot, and it's in off of the post for Ella Toon. And United do have that second goal. Superb from Ella Toon, recovering the ball well inside the penalty area. And as soon as she did, one thing in mind, and that was hitting the target right across the face of Hannah Hampton's goal into that far corner. And Manchester United lead 2-0. They've been absolutely brilliant again in this game. Back in business, Manchester United here at Leigh Sports Village. Just like to apologise here if your pitches are now being affected. Doing everything we can, of course, to make sure we get things back to normality as quickly as possible. Manchester United leading here 2-0. Leah Goldson and Ella Toon with the goals to give Manchester United what looks like being 3 points here. Looks like they are heading back up to the top of the WSL table tonight. And again, I apologise if you are seeing a break-up in pitches. Yeah, apologies for the break-up in play there. Just a couple of technical issues. Manchester United leading 2-0. Goldson and Toon with the goals in the second half. Dominant display from Manchester United. Goldson, who's been so impressive in this game, feeds the ball into a central area. Batya, who's now slightly further forwards in that central area. Maybe fancies a goal herself. Hayley Ladd cleaning up, does that dirty work in the middle so well. So often her role doesn't get the credit that it deserves. Ella Toon looking to feed it forward towards Fuso. Good interception here. Back you on towards Goldson. Nice relationship between those two on the left-hand side. Have played really well together here this afternoon. Couldn't really criticise any of the Manchester United players, in truth, as Hansen battles to win a throw-in. Change for Birmingham. And Marisha Littlejohn is removed here after receiving quite a significant injury in the first half. Did well to continue Looks like an excellent signing here for Birmingham. And they make a double change, actually. So Lucy Whipp comes off. So Emma Kelly on for Lucy Whipp. Chloe McCarron came on as well. Jackie Gernon cycling the ball for Manchester United. Now Hansen, clever poke forward. Smith on her way, delivery in. Well, looking again for that run of Leah Galton, who has been creeping into the penalty area more and more in the second half and has been really effective for Manchester United. And a real thorn in the side of Birmingham here. She has developed into some player under Casey Stoney. Safety first for Birmingham at the back. Murphy going nowhere. Turner touching away. Jamie Lee Napier able to come forward on the left-hand side. She gets around Smith. Yes, she can, and get the ball in. It was good work there by Jamie Lee Napier, but the United defence doing its job. Standing tall, standing firm, and now Fuso on the break. She's on her own here, so she'll have to go alone. Breaks towards the penalty area. Will she check back for support, or will she go for goal? She does have support. The cavalry arrive. Here's Hansen. And Hansen is tackled. Scott smothers the ball. Emma Kelly turns away. Now Murphy on the charge. On the run here, looking to pull a goal back for Birmingham. Will pull the ball onto her right foot, and did look like a handball, but play will continue with Walker. Now Green. And she just hesitated too much, and Leah Galton steps in. So often in this game we've seen Leah Galton at the other end of the field, but coming back and doing some hard work there to help out the defence. Manchester United not only eager to win, but also eager to keep the clean sheets. And Amy Turner given a yellow card. And the build-up maybe was that strong challenge on Emily Murphy. Referee eager for the game to flow, but has come back and given the yellow card for Amy Turner. Well, here comes Claudia Walker. Ball into the area, turned away by Turner. Millie Turner managing to get her face on the ball. It didn't look the most comfortable of clearances away. Toon picks out Hansen, brilliant control. And then in no rush really, Manchester United to go forward. They don't need to come streaming forward in numbers. They have the lead here. They just need to manage the game now, really. An accomplished performance back to front. But, well, the way that they know is to attack. Toon. Lovely touch by Hansen. Trying to turn it around the corner to get it back out to Toon, who'd continued her run. Intercepted, and Broham looking to spring an attack with a long crossfield ball, but Batya is there. Now Galton. Well, they work the ball so well, United. They're also comfortable, United players, in possession of the football. And now they're opening up spaces at will. Here's Galton. Galton with a cutback, picks out Grunen. Grunen on the spin, can she get the shot away? Curling effort is only just wide. It was a tight angle that she was aiming for as she stepped away from the Birmingham defence. Jackie Grunen going close. Well, we're at the end of the 90. We'll have some additional time here. Manchester United can be very happy with how they've played in this game. It's an excellent response after the defeat against Chelsea, their first defeat of the season last weekend. They've also managed to win here without using Tobin Heath, without Kristen Press. And it's a result that will give them real confidence going into the game next weekend against Everton. Late challenge there from Murphy, and the referee comes across to give the yellow card, and quite rightly so too. Possibly a little tiredness creeping in. Big name for the future though, Emily Murphy. But yep. Now Jackie Grunen. Manchester United just keeping possession of the football. Might be time for one last chance. Cross though into the side netting. Well, there we go, final whistle here, and Manchester United pick up the 3 points and head back to the top of the WSL table. Had to be patient, they had to wait. Birmingham made it very difficult for them, but Leah Galton got things going early on in the second half, just 40 seconds into the second period. She snuck into the area to get on the end of Lauren James's brilliant delivery into the box, and then Ella Toone adding a second, an individual effort to make it 2-0 here. Manchester United 2, Birmingham 0.